Well, thanks everybody for being here and kind of taking a little walk down memory lane and thinking about the life of the church. We want to show you a few pictures and just have you kind of comment and help us talk about the history. So, you ready for the first one? All right. We'll take a look here at this building. Tell me a little bit, when you look at this, that would have been the first Calvary building that all of you would have attended church at. When you see this building, what comes to mind?
Well, the outside, I think Easter egg hunts. We used to have Easter egg hunts around the front. They'd hide them all over the bushes and stuff like that. I remember that as a kid.
We'll show you another picture, and I mentioned your first response to this question when you see it, right? What happened here?
We were on stage for choirs at times.
A lot of good altar times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the orchestra used to sit down in there. There was,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, up on the front.
The younger kids and youth mostly would sit up in that front left section,
true.
which you would wonder, why would you do that? But it's just what we did. But
It worked.
at some point during the service, you could usually hear a dad somewhere behind going, and you could tell by the clearing of the throat which dad it was. And you better buckle down, because if Pastor Mac said something from the podium about you, you were in double trouble when you got done.
Can you tell us who this gentleman is?
Pastor Mac.
Pastor Mac. Yeah.
Reverend J. Donald McManus, right? And he was Calvary's pastor from 1956 to 1979. What are your memories of Brother Mac?
He wanted there to be things for the youth to do, so they would want to come to church. And he would come out on Friday nights to play volleyball. And it was kind of fun to watch, because everybody would be watching him, because he combed his hair over pretty far, covered that bald spot. So he'd get all worked up playing volleyball, and pretty soon it would flap over to the other side.
Brother Mac, is the pastor that time, but just kind of symbolizes the board, the church, the leadership that said, hey, we'll take bold moves, like to move from Oak Street to South Toledo was a big move. To buy that property and move down to 5025 Glendale, that's a big move. And I've often thought, so many things that God's allowed us to do as a church, say in the last 20, 30 years, there's no way we would have done those things if those leaders hadn't had the faith to do what they did. Okay, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you see this picture?
Good times on the bus.
We were talking about our album shoot, right? Our photo shoot.
All right, what are we looking at?
The youth choir. And we traveled in a bus.
Yeah.
yeah.
One that Jack Mealy would have
Rock
worked on.
on.
Yeah.
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 Even though I couldn't sing, it was still fun.
And that was the thing. It really didn't matter.
It didn't matter. We could all make a joyful noise.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
Still got my shirt.
You say you still wear your shirt, don't you?
I can't fit in it.
Oh, boy.
What was the youth ministry like during that time?
I think it was fun. We were all really tight.
We were really, really
So
close.
You mentioned that it was important to Brother Mac that there was ministry for kids and ministry for youth, and that seems to have always been kind of a thread and a theme at Calvary. Why does that matter? Why is it important?
It shapes your life.
Yeah.
It sure does.
it's the future of the church. If there's no youth, what's going to
What's
be
next?
left?
Yeah.
So my last question, Linda, kind of coming off of what you just said, are there any lessons from our history that you think are good for us to remember as we look into our future as a church?
Always trust God. He didn't go anywhere. We may not see what his plan is. We may not know what his plan is, and we may question his plan, but he's always been faithful to us.
It's bigger than we are.
Yeah.
And his plans are greater.
Yeah, over the years, I think it's amazing to have witnessed the stuff that happened in this church, good and bad, and how God has taken us through it all.